What I'm about to share with you in this video is not exciting, but can make you a ton of money. And I'm going to share with you how most of you are focused on the wrong thing. And you're going to look back and wish you focused on this. Now, BlackRock is flipping the switch on everything right before our eyes. In today's video, I'm going to break down how tokenization is going to change the whole ecosystem and how BlackRock went from 2017 saying that cryptocurrency was used for money laundering to being one of the biggest advocates for cryptocurrency. And we haven't even gotten institutional adoption. So we're going to dive right in. On the back end of the video, I'm going to share with you exactly what I did and what I'm talking about and how I took advantage of this to free my family financially. All right, so let's dive right into this. So as I said, BlackRock is changing the game dramatically, and we have to pay attention. Now, the thing about this industry and the things that people focus on is the wrong thing. Everybody is focused on the short-term price action. You'll hear people say there'll be breaking news, right? Ethereum is not a security. And everybody's, well, the price is not moving. That's not how wealth is built. Wealth is built with patience, persistence, and the person that can stay in the market the longest will become the wealthiest. Now, on the other end, I'm going to share with you on the back end how I've created exit plans and how I'm working to make sure my family is secured each bear market and each bull run as we stack for generational wealth. Now, I didn't know this stuff. I had to learn this stuff on my own by losing my money 3 times over the past, gosh, it was 17 years. I lost more than that. 17 years, I'd lost my money 3 times. Finally, in 2020, I was like, enough is enough. I figured out that Wall Street wins 100% of the time. And I figured out their game plan. So things like this, guys, BlackRock's 10 trillion tokenization vision. 10 trillion tokenization vision, the future of real world assets. You have to pay attention to this, guys. We're currently witnessing the digital transformation of traditional finance and investing undergoing a systemic shift towards greater efficiency and accessibility. In March 2024, BlackRock announced the launch of its tokenization fund issued on an Ethereum blockchain. Is it by chance that Ethereum is deemed not a security? Remember the Larry, Gary, and Barry story, guys? Think about this for just a moment. It's all interconnected. The BlackRock USD Institutional Digital Liquidity Fund. This is the latest progression of the digital asset strategy, said Robert, I can't pronounce his name, BlackRock's head of digital assets. We are focused on developing solutions in digital assets space that help solve real problems for clients. And we are excited to work with Securitize, okay, which I'm going to break down in just a moment. Now, remember, Larry Fink, we know that the largest wealth is in the baby boomers. They are working to reimagine and restructure baby boomers retirements, guys. I'm telling you, we haven't even got institutions involved in cryptocurrency yet. What I mean by that is I'm going to show Kathy Wood's video with her interviewing the CEO of Coinbase. Guys, this is mostly retail. We got the EFT, we got some exposure, but institutions are still a little bit leery, guys. They're getting closer and closer. We haven't even got the institutional adoption. We haven't even got the 3 to 5% of these asset managers, the full asset managers in these banks yet, guys. You have to be patient, okay? So BlackRock launches its first tokenization fund, build on Ethereum network. Tokenization remains, so is it by chance? You got Larry Fink, you got Gary Gensler, right? Then you had Barry, which is Grayscale, right? I showed you the Larry, Barry, Gary connection, right? You know, now Larry Fink's happy. He's the largest asset manager in the world with some of the largest amounts of Bitcoin, who's connected to MicroStrategies. They're one of the largest holders in MicroStrategies. And Gary Gensler is just moving the things around there. Okay, now let's get an ETF, Ethereum ETF. It's all connected, guys. That's what I'm trying to say. It's all connected. BlackRock is connected to Circle, right? They are the custodian, or would they be the custodian? They would be the place where they hold their funds, right? We got Ripple connected to Circle, a Ripple connected to Uphold. It's all connected, guys. It's all playing out. So tokenization remains a key focus of BlackRock's digital strategy. Through the tokenization of fund build, we will offer investors important benefits by enabling issuance and trading of ownership of blockchain, expanding investors' access to on-chain offerings, providing instantaneous and transparent settlements, allowing for transfers across platforms. BYN Melon will enable an interoperability fund between digital and traditional markets. Tokenization of securities could fundamentally transform capital markets. Systemic shift, transform capital markets. And I'll explain what I mean on how I did things differently by not, it's interesting, it's opposite of my spiritual walk. My spiritual walk, I'm present. In my financial walk, I'm future, right? I'm manifesting the future. I'm looking at waves of energy, and I'll break down exactly how I've done this, okay? Institutional DeFi players will bring commercial real estate on chain with KPMG executive. Guys, it's all changing. Tokenized real estate is slowly being adopted. Binfex Securities Facility tokenized asset raised for investors into a 4,500 square foot Hampton Hilton, right? It's all tokenized, guys. Tokenized treasuries and money market funds were another bullish use case that Bashan expects to expand more into the future. He noted the relative success of BlackRock's USD Institutional Digital Liquidity Fund, which is BUILD, which we just talked about. It just keeps coming. Tokenization, guys. Tokenization boom incoming. TradeFi to save 50% with efficiency gains, says Polygon's growth head. I need to slow down, and I'm super pumped up right now. Okay. So here's how I did it. So when I finally lost my money for the third time, now the first time was self-induced 17 years ago. If you guys know my story, I committed suicide on December 18, 2006 to an opiate addiction a long time ago. And I got my shit together, right? Well, that was self-induced. The second time is when I left to start my company. Okay, so I started, left in 2017 as a banking executive. I started my companies and building businesses is tough, right? So I cashed out my 401k, I sold my dream home, I went through all these processes, and I ended up not losing my money, but investing all my money into my company. And then we got it going. So I guess I went down to zero to build the business to expand it, right? So then we got it going, right? And then all of a sudden, the C word hits. Boom, pandemic shuts our business down. I finally built a business. I went through Alex Hormozi's training programs. It was freaking awesome. Helped me scale I have a Warrior Academy, helped me scale the Warrior Academy. We're kicking ass. And then we're a gym. So they shut us down. We couldn't open our business. We lost 78% of our revenue like that. So I realized that I no longer wanted to be in a position where I was controlled by trading time for money. So number one, is I learned to scale businesses. Okay. Number two is I had been introduced to a speculative asset called crypto. But I also noticed that so many people were getting wrecked in cryptocurrency, and so many people were emotional and their emotions were up and they were down. Then I read a book called Intelligent Investor. Okay. Intelligent Investor taught me to invest in companies, not the stock market, right? Remember, JP Morgan, billionaires use astrology, millionaires use charts. There's waves of energy. So then I started looking futuristically at the waves of energy that were coming, right? There was DeFi boom. There was NFT boom. There's we're not even in the utility boom yet, guys. We're in speculative zone right now with cryptocurrency, which is awesome, right? And so here's why most people get wrecked is because they see the news, for example, that hit yesterday, or, I think it was yesterday, the ETF or Ethereum is no longer a security. And they're sitting there. So they go to look at their portfolio and like, but it didn't go up 10,000%. It didn't go up 10 times. It didn't go up 100 times. That's not how it works, family. The markets are always going to follow a cycle. Now there's going to be a utility cycle that comes, which is going to bring in all the institutional adoption. And we're going to see some massive price appreciation, but what goes up will always come down. So what I've always done since 2020 by studying this stuff is, number one, I got out of a vertical strategy. I got out of working trading time for money, and I built systems and processes within my companies. And now I have systems and processes that bring me money 24 hours a day. From there, I continue to invest in the capital markets on the left side of the risk pyramid. Okay, on the left side of the risk pyramid, the higher it goes up, crypto would be at the top of the risk pyramid. The higher the risk, the higher the return. So when I get returns off super high risk, high return, crypto is not my retirement. I'm not banking on crypto taking me into the promised land. It's super speculative. There's a lot of volatility, but I'm holding 50% because I believe in it. But right now it's super speculative, and that's the great news. So I'm not emotional about the daily gains and losses, up and downs. I'm only focused on the bull run. And when it goes up, I exit. Boom, boom. I pull on the way up. So when everybody gets to the top, they're sliding down the back end. I pull profits down the risk pyramid. So to tier one capital, right? Some people use bonds. You know my story around bonds. They print money to create the bonds. You can buy bonds. You can do go to a bank and do a CD. I don't know if that'd be tier one capital, but insurance is tier one capital. So I insure my family and I insure my money. Okay, so I use insurance. From there, we're going into real estate 2024 to 2025. We invest more into our companies. So then we, richest man in Babylon, we keep the cash flow going, put into speculative assets, we pull, and then we pull it back down to the risk pyramid. Okay. There's been a lot of growth that I've had since 2020 because I expanded my mind outside of that. I'm no longer focused on the daily gains and losses. I'm a 5-year, 10-year, long-term picture. Long-term picture. Now, I've never seen an opportunity like cryptocurrency to make a large amount of money in a short amount of time, but I'm not sitting there hoping that crypto will retire my family, hoping that crypto will be my retirement. It's just another asset class that I have that I'm very bullish on, that I can pull profits and secure my family long term. So that's exactly what I'm doing. That's a big mistake a lot of people are going to make, because you hear people saying, oh, they're going to get a Lambo and they're going to do this, they're going to buy a house and do all this stuff. No, man. When you make that type of profit, you should multiply that money. You should invest in maybe a company, a system, a process, create passive income with it. Take that passive income and reinvest that passive income, and stop buying things you want. Buy things you need, okay? And buy the things you want with assets. We have to change our frame of mind. We have to change our frame of mind. So that's what I got for you guys today. BlackRock is changing everything, guys. And that's the companies that I follow. BlackRock, I'm not follow them as like idolizing, but I follow their ways of energy. You got World Economic Forum, you got the BIS, you got BlackRock, you got JP Morgan, you got these large companies making moves, and they're predicting where we're going in the future. The moves they're making now in tokenization is going to be the next wave of energy in the next boom and bust cycle as we move through. Okay, so I love you guys. I appreciate you. If you need any support at all, if you click the link of this video down below on YouTube, or you click my social media platform, if you are interested in learning how I ensure my wealth, you can fill out what's called a needs assessment, right? But don't fill out the needs assessment unless you're serious. One of my team members will reach out to you within 24 hours. You'll be on a physical Zoom call with them, and they'll break down on how I do everything and figure out what your needs are as well. So it's called a needs assessment within the social media platform and down below. So we love you guys. We appreciate you. As we always say, warriors, rise, get your shit together. Let's go.